Industry 5. And what is Industry 5? It is a concept that goes beyond Industry 4, emphasizing the collaboration between humans and machines to create waste-free, sustainable industrial environment. He is a Czech entrepreneur, a visionary known for his work in a systematic waste prevention, responsible business practices. Rada advocates rehumanizing the industry because industry has been dehumanized. So he emphasizes on rehumanizing the industry by integrating human intelligence with the technology, ensuring efficiency without compromising sustainability. His initiatives focused on reducing industrial waste, increasing resources efficiency, and promoting circular economy. And he also sent us a recorded video, and he's also with us via WhatsApp video call. Welcome Dr. Rada, and we are shortly playing the video, so let's watch the lecture of Dr. Michael Rada.
My name is Michael Rada. I am human, and I am the founder of Industry 5.0. Before we start, let me ask you a question. What is your preference? Do you prefer to have a smartphone, or do you prefer to have a wise phone? Never heard about it? It is maybe because you spend up to 87% of your free time with your smartphone. If you will have a wise phone, 3% will be enough. And you know, it's strange that you haven't heard about it, because it is the only mobile phone in the mobile phone history which was 3 times in a row the best business mobile phone in the world. It's called Nokia 6301. Hi. But maybe you are too young to remember. Have you ever heard about digital waste? Do you know that 85 to 90% of all data stored will never be used again? Do you know that 75 up to 85% of your pictures taken by your mobile phone you will never use again, they will become obsolete? Or that 95% of all data collected by barcode reader not being utilized in industries? Or 75% of all users who has a weather app in their mobile phone, if you ask them what is the weather, they will look at the screen, not on the window. If there will be an electric shutdown and blackout, all data, all accesses will be lost. LinkedIn doesn't allow you to analyze your post older than 2 years. We are creating digital landfills, which consume more water than the cities in which people live. If we speak about Industry 5.0, we can see them from the time perspective or from the value perspective. And it's quite interesting development, isn't it? Especially if I add the time. So, what do you think is Industry 5.0? In fact, it is the first industrial evolution ever led by man. It's based on the principles of systematic waste prevention, industrial upcycling, and it recognized 5 types of waste. It was launched on December 1st, 2015. And these 5 types of waste are physical, social, urban, process, and the wasting of time. The principles I do implement already since 2013 in factories and businesses. And we have prevented more than 10 million metric tons of products and material become waste. On September 1st, 2021, we started to distribute Industry 5.0 to the governments of the world. What is the existing reality? I was born on December 24th, 1971, and the day our planet was all blue marked. But in 2019, the planet was not blue anymore, it was covered with environmental damage. But then something very strange happened. And the blue sky showed up again, not because we changed intentionally our behavior, but because the virus locked us down. And what we do? We have created in few decades a landfill on our orbit with more than 170 million pieces of space debris, space trash. And the planet, we dig inside. We are hunting for more because more become the only criteria of success. Ask Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. Ask all who are in the Fortune 500 list how they get on the list, on the ladder. Because they have more than the others. We are living here together with 8 billion people, not knowing that 200 years ago it was just 1 billion, 100 years later 1.5, and in 2050 predictions are speaking about 11 billion people living on the same planet, and please just now remember the last image I showed. We are living here in 206 countries, according to UN 193. We are speaking 7,000 languages, riding 1 billion car, and we let 9 million people every year die hungry, despite the fact that more than 23 million metric tons of food and crop is being wasted every single day. We let 800,000 people die thirsty, despite the fact that every single day more than 347 million liters of drinking water is consumed only by California crude oil industry. We are pumping our food to throw it away because the leaves are not green enough for the buyer in a chain store. We put our overproduction in the landfills and in our rivers not to spoil the market price. We carry our water in firefighting tanks, not knowing that the same amount of water is needed to produce just one and simple hamburger, and we do it on a planet where one sip of water can save not one but 2 lives. We work in factories which place obsolete packaging on the parking lots of employees waiting till it becomes waste. We work in factories which has walls lined with environmental certificates, and behind the walls landfills are being created. We are throwing away the wasting products which do not fit to one, but can serve hundreds and thousands of lives. This is what makes the waste industry the third most profitable industry in the world, being supervised by the World Bank, which says that till 2050 the waste volume should grow. Despite the fact that almost everything can be reused or repurposed, only 13.5 is being reused or repurposed. All these charts are from one report of the World Bank. And the most profitable industry is the war industry. And war is the biggest waste. We have our choices. We can go Industry 4.0, we can increase the volumes, we can run 24/7 production, we can digitally control everything and be connected. We run global supply chains, we establish digital twins. We consume the electricity every single moment of our life. We created a human-less industry, which is wasteful. Or we can go Industry 5.0, which is decrease volumes but increase profitability. It's on-demand production and digitally supported, that's fine. It's connected when needed. And it's not global, it's global, field to fork. Robots are tools, not rulers. And the electricity runs when it's really needed. It's driven by a human and it's wasteless. We have made in our past, we have a big mistake because we have built our future on the top of a pyramid, and the waste pyramid is one of them. But we did not recognize that the pyramid has not been built for the living ones to live inside, but to store corpses inside instead. When I realized that, I decided to build another groundstone, a groundstone on which the future of the planet can be really built, no matter if the planet shakes or not. It will remain stable. And how does it work? It's not easy, because firstly, you have to recognize that something must not become waste. And if you do so, even the harvester waits for you, because you have to reconsider what you do with the items which you just saved. And then you will fail for the first, second, third time. But when you succeed, you start to change. I have spent 8 years who write a document which was never needed in a human history. This is the waste prevention framework. And how does it sound? Nothing that can be used or utilized again must become waste. Everything must be considered primary as a pre-waste existing resource and remain in the system. The secondary use or utilization is not limited by a primary function and can be executed by everyone respecting the rules and regulations. Collecting, sorting, baling and trade are not being considered secondary utilization, and if not utilized on an original location, it must be offered to others before being wasted. And please understand why. There is no waste if we do not waste. What is strange that not a single legislation in the world defines how waste is created, so it must be part of the framework. Because wasting is the process in which a product or material of any kind, form and volume become waste. In fact, wasting is a system failure. It must be prevented first without any limitations and legal restrictions. And to understand that wasting is not a feature of a product or material, it is the result of human behavior. And single use is one of the most common forms of wasting. This includes data. Many people start to speak about the growth with a fear. But have you ever considered what is the real meaning of the growth? It's not a sign of failure, it's a sign of stability. It does not represent scarcity, but enough. In fact, it does not mean lower profitability. And it's one of the groundstones of evolution. It does not waste resources. It does not destabilize the system. It does not need a capital investment. The growth is a tool which nature uses every single day, which is there for growth, and the night is there for the growth. Industry 5.0 is the first industrial evolution ever led by man. In fact, it restores the missing link between nature and human-made ecosystem. It is a new mindset of people and businesses from wasteful to wasteless. It delivers results without the need of capital investment. And it's based on principles of systematic waste prevention, utilizing efficiently the existing on-the-ground mines. And it's based on transparency, profit sharing, and efficiency. And please understand why. Industry 5.0 is not a sales tool or a buzzword. It's a new global ecosystem. Dear ladies and gentlemen, speaking about smart, we are living in the age when the education of our children has been switched from physical to virtual in one day time. Our work was switched the same way. Our leisure time we switched into digital a long time ago. So what is missing is only to transfer the human into digital form. If we do so, our home will look like this. And that's not a mistake. Because data don't need any light. When I realized that more than a decade ago, I decided that that's not my home. And I started to build another one. I call it wasteless world. And don't worry, I'm not alone. My name is Rada. I'm human. And together with me today, there are 118 Industry 5.0 ambassadors who give access to Industry 5.0 principles to more than 93% of the global population. And before I finish my speech, I would like to remind you that the giants start to shrink when the humans start to grow. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for your time because you share with me the most valuable assets in your life. So do not waste it. Have a nice time, free of waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe, be free, be human, and don't look just for the smart solution. Be wise. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, it's really an insightful speech by the founder of Industry 5. And let me share that a few days ago when our conference was totally planned, we received an email, Dr. Amber received an email from Michael Rada. And he approached us that somehow he came to know about the conference that is happening on Industry 5, and he said he wanted to join that conference. So surprisingly, we were very happy, as well as it shows the outreach of this conference. So finally, he joined this conference. That's why his name is not on the program list. We just confirmed him on the 12th February. And today is 14th February. Within short notice of time, not only he sent his lecture to us, but he also remained in touch with us. When we played this lecture, Dr. Amber connected him via video call. So this message has been gone from here up to the Czech Republic that somewhere in the planet at the Sindh, people are talking about, the scientists are discussing how to make this world more livable. So thank you very much for your attention. And now it's time for Juma prayer and lunch. We will be back here in this same auditorium at 2:30. Thank you very much.